one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Good. Makes the score Patriots 7, Chiefs 0.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, but thank you, Dr. Davis. 19 yards there on the catch and run. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brandon Copeland came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Check 26, check 26. We got trips over here.
Now here's Mahomes. The Pets are going to get there. Down he goes. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's such an impressive first half to get that lead. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Patriots take over. On 1st down, Jacob Eason going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
The 20-yard line.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Hines, the ball carrier.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Eason, the pass complete. It's Bird. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Play action. It's Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Another nice play there by Chris Jones, a Pro Bowler for the first time in 2020. A 5-year man out of Mississippi State. I would dare say plenty more Pro Bowls for him coming up.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Chiefs, nothing.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the gun is Eason. He rifles one. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Harrison Butker to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
a lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. 2nd interception. For him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
At the Patriots' 19-yard line.
2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Hines. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And that will be incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. Now the second-year punter, Jake Bailey, on for New England. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 30.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
Damian Williams was dinged up a little bit in 2019, and Kansas City brought in LaShawn McCoy to supplement him. But when healthy, Damian Williams is a terrific back. Excellent speed, low center of gravity to make people miss. And how about the longest run in the league in 2019? 91 yards against the Vikings in Week 9. Many thought he was going to get caught, but he used the scoreboard in the stadium to make sure that no one was behind him as he carried it all the way to the end zone.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 36 yards out.
A 36-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Trains take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Stidham. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield now, here's Stidham. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now we're signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
First down, New England.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Stidham first down in the red zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland.
Pass. Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Stidham going to lead the Pats up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Hines. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Miller, the ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Complete to Lamar.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
And the Patriots.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Play action. It's Stidham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
A gain of 30.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Hines on the toss play. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams...
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Hines, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now Stidham on 2nd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
24-yard line.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
I know it's a little bit of a cliche to talk about all the tight ends who are really wide receivers in the NFL, but Travis Kelsey fits that perfectly. He led all tight ends last season with over 1,200 yards receiving, 4th in the NFL. I think he's one of the gold standards in the league for the tight end position, and I don't know if anyone has any more fun playing the game than Travis Kelsey.
They'll run on 1st down. Williams. before reaching the 21.
That's good.
A big play there for KC. 44 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Mahomes. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
At the 21-yard
on the NFL scoreboard, third quarter from Las Vegas. And the Bills have now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Third quarter action from Kansas City. Second down and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And he'll go back to Kelsey. This time it's caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now a first and 10 at the 11. On first down, it's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Devin McCourty brings him down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
After the interception, here's Stidham. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Second down, Stidham to throw. Dancing to his left. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's got room. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They get 1 yard back there to make it second and 14.
Brings up second and 14.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
Miller, the ball carrier.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Complete.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
on second down. Here's Stidham. He's going to float this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here's Stidham. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
It's 3rd down. And 7 yards to go.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Got his man, that's Harry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Stidham from the shotgun. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches in.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Chiefs 36-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Hines. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here's Stidham. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. A two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Dante Hightower. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Third down.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. That is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Pats, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I live it ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she remember she mixed it? Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?